She said everybody what?
Get one. I said, y'all got leftovers. I'm on a couple more, man. She went and got them, right? She said, I ain't supposed to do this. I can lose my job. I said, if you did, feel good about it. Shit, you helping somebody. And then I said, can I get a hug? She said, I don't do hugs. So I took the sandwich and threw them on the ground and stomped them, right? She said, for real, man? I said, for real. And then, about an hour later, she called me out, took me in the little closet. She said, get your hug. It just can't be on camera. I said, well, I'm gonna hug you like we do in the ghetto, right? So I pounded her ass and shit, right? She said, seriously? I said, that's how we hug. You know, that's how we hug in the hood, man. You know? So she said, you good now? I said, yeah. Then I started feeling bad. I said, don't do her like that. She's nice for real, though. I said, look, I apologize for all this bullshit, right? But I want some more sandwiches. I apologize for I stomped it. She said, I get you some more food. So I said, from then on, man, show her respect. Don't disrespect her. Don't do all that no more. She's nice. And then Yvette called on the phone. See, everybody scared her off. I'm going to talk to Mr. Johnson. I said, who is it? They said, Yvette. I said, hello? This is Yvette. I said, what's your job here at St. Pet? She said, I am St. Pet. I said, I'll talk later. Hung up. They said, you hung up on Yvette? I said, yeah, she ain't talking about shit. Y'all scared of her? She called right back. Mr. Johnson, may I call you that? I said, look, what you want, man? She said, you can do your 3 days here or you can do it in jail. I said, later, man. I don't even respond to threats. Boom, hung up. She called back. And I said, look, Yvette, while you away, St. Pet, I'm St. Pet. You ask anybody in here, I'm St. Pet. While you out there, wherever you at, you ain't here. I'm running the show here. Everybody here is doing what I tell them to do here. I eat 5 or 6 trays of meal. I get special treatment, and I'm going to keep getting special treatment. Later, and hung up. So, he said, I wish you didn't tell me. She called back. She said, I wish you be here when I do come, Mr. Johnson. I said, I will be, and please come quick. I said, in the meantime, I had your staff to order pizza. She just put so-and-so on. I said, no, he's busy. He does what I tell him. Ain't nobody gonna talk to you until I tell him they can. Later. Next thing I know, about 2 hours later, there's the police at the door, right? She sent the police, the Metro police. It was 2 cars coming. They said, we here to investigate, see. I said, everything's going good here, son. Just the staff. Y'all ain't in any danger and all that. They said, no, sir. Why? You know, so they looked around and everything's secure. They said, yeah, false alarm. She called back. I said, hello, St. Pet, this is Fleece Johnson. She got quiet. I said, St. Pet, this is Fleece Johnson. She said, yeah, the police came and I gave them a tour through the facility and walked them through, talked to the inmates here. And they talked to my staff and they asked was anything wrong, so we told them everything's all right. So they say false alarm. So I said, if you keep calling me, I'm gonna call the police on you. And I hung up right. So when she finally came is the day that I'm leaving to go to Compton, so she bring my ticket for me. So I said, so that lady they called Yvette. She said, here's your ticket, Mr. Johnson, and there's the door. I said, okay, then. I said, I want my staff to do what I told y'all, deny everything I said, uh, and keep your job, okay? She said, let's go. She said, you know what, Mr. Johnson? You still in the custody of the department. I said, hey, bad, fuck you, bitch. How about that? Nappy head, Don King looking bitch, fuck you. And you heard the door was open, and the inmate heard me and shit. She said, I'll deal with y'all later. I'll deal with y'all later. I'm going out the door. I got my little stuff right. So I said, you gonna give me a ride to take me to the bus stop? She said, you know what? She said, give me the phone. Call the police. Get him off my property. I said, nappy head bitch, black bitch, ugly motherfucker, fuck you, bitch, and all this shit. And I start beating on the window like that. Then I see the police car get ready to come walking away, right? So, how y'all doing, officer? They ain't say nothing, went, hit the thing, went inside the building, came back out, pulled up down there. They said, you need to stay off his property, this and that. I said, yes, sir. I said, that's why I'm not going to the bus stop now. Could you please give me a ride? So they gave me a ride, right? So I said, I don't know what's wrong with that lady. She's nice, though. I like her. And she got an attitude. I don't know what's wrong with her. And they said, well, you sound like a pretty nice guy. I said, I try to be, you know. I said, some people you just can't talk to, especially certain black people that, you know, alcoholics and drugs, do drugs on the side. They start hallucinating. He said, you have any evidence of that? I said, the evidence is probably in our pocketbook. I said I shouldn't have said it much, but anyway, that's my tip for today. Thank y'all for the ride. I seen them go right back down the street. I said, boy, they probably going there questioning her and all this shit. But anyway, I'm ready, man.